Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, corn dog lovers of all ages, welcome to In the Box with your hosts, Matt and Adam.
Everybody get...
What is going on right now?
Hello?
Hello, are we live?
Hello?
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 Is this, I don't know what's going on.
Hello? I don't know what to do. Maybe we should take a time out.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, take a time out.
Now would be a great time for a timeout.
Now, back to them.
Giggity. Giggity.
Hello?
There, I saw some things
Yeah.
go up and down.
That's fantastic. We had this cool thing staged, and for some reason my program has decided to... I did an update to... I use a program called OBS Studio, and I did an update to it, and now it's done. So, the whole intro probably got botched. That's dumb. That's dumb. Should we do it over? We'll do like we did last week.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, corn dog love. Well,
Okay, we're back. I don't.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
One of the things we have to make sure we do here is make sure our microphones are on before the broadcast starts.
And by ours, that's you.
That's me.
That's all you. Mine is on.
I've done this twice now, and I don't know why. I blame the blarst.
It's more consistent than City.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, but Utica's way up there in the broadcast rank.
Especially last week.
All right, so what do we try? Well, we were talking about the
signings. We were talking about signings.
So Savage signed Valdivinos and Brian Aguilar and Eduardo Gary from formerly Monterrey. I'm wondering if the reason they signed them now is because they can't travel to the U.S. and they have four
home games.
At least 4 home games. I don't know their other schedule. Like,
I'm sure it's similar to what Florida has.
Yeah, because that's fair. Let's see. Next games are... No, then they go to St. Louis. So they have next 4 games are at home. They have a week off, and then they go to...
It goes road, or home,
and then
home.
4 more at home.
4 more home, and then a couple away, and then
4 more at home. Every team they play at home, they play twice in back-to-back, Friday and Saturday. That seems... Hopefully...
At least with Solis, it was...
Yeah, hopefully what happens is they find their ways and beat San Diego twice this weekend, and then next week when the Wave go there, they...
Yeah.
But then Travis Pittman signed with Ontario, and Andre Lima signed with Tropics. And what was a...
Hewerton or Ira.
That's his name.
Yeah.
He must be a local guy from Utica, because I've never heard of him before.
I've never heard of him either.
I don't know.
So yeah, go Utica. Players that we
see that maybe. Oh, you know what maybe happened? They got rid of that goofy mascot and taking over his mascot.
Oh no! Oh, they did not get rid of the. He was there in full force last.
Yeah.
The kid scared as usual. Yeah. So Everton joining Utica, which great, I think.
His first game is against the Wave. Great, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is not planned.
We don't plan anything on this show.
No, we don't.
This
might even be our predictions for tonight's game.
Probably very close. Probably maybe exactly the opposite.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, with Everton, I mean, his knowledge of futsal and the goalkeeper role, I think, going to add a little more insight to the team. And who knows what happens.
I did warn him that Milwaukee only turns the lights off for Milwaukee goals. And he said, "Oh, I'm gonna have to score a goal for myself and a goal for his fiance." And I said, "Oh, good, 2 own goals. I'm good with that." And he can do backflips.
That'd be. I haven't.
No, you don't want to be a fair weather.
Fair weather fanatic.
Fair weather fanatic.
This is stop 1 of the Fair Weather Fanatic tour.
Right. Well, no, stop 1 is in Charlotte.
Oh yeah, it was in Charlotte.
Stop 2 is Milwaukee. Stop 3 is what, Atlanta?
Atlanta. Next Sunday.
Oh, okay. I know why you're going today. Yeah. So, I don't remember any of the games last weekend.
I do. Baltimore 8-4 over Utica. That's all I remember.
I remember the Wave got their first win on Friday night. So the Wave, if you guys have noticed, have basically fallen. Oh, hang on. We're choppy live. I can't control that. I mean choppy. Are we, Jack? Are we choppy on the feed here, or is it?
Charlotte Airport is nice. Yeah, they have rocking chairs you could sit in.
Oh, see, this is the area I've been talking about. watching the way. And we could do more like a.
And if you had guests, they could like lay on the couch or the chair right there.
Yeah.
And,
What is it? Masterpiece Theater.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Cutting out. Are we cutting out? Jack. Adam.
anyone?
Cutting, no.
Hey, at least we have.
Yeah, you guys would be lucky we have a picture. Audio is in and out at times, very short but noticeable. I wonder, hang on, I think I know what that might be. Off? How is that? Is that any better? I had a noise gate on that might have not been picking up because we're not sitting as close to the mic as we usually are. That might have been it.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
We'll see if this does it. If not, I don't know. I don't know what we'll do.
We'll just keep going and.
We'll just pretend that everything's normal and just run it for an entire season like we do that.
Yeah.
Is it any better now? Must be broadcasting from Florida, yeah.
We are actually. Yeah, it's nice here.
It's anti-Florida.
It is. Yeah. It's
80 degrees cooler.
80 degrees cooler, and we.
Wonder if I do this. How's that? Is that any better?
It is better.
It is better. I wonder if it was the noise gate. So what I have is I have a thing when I'm on with other people. I have a noise gate that tries to get only a certain level of pickup. So like when you talk on my mic, if it comes back through my speakers, it doesn't come back through my mic again.
Right.
So I just turn that off. We'll see if that's any better.
Yeah.
We're winging it here.
Yeah, we are winging it.
Still fixed faster than most MASL broadcasts.
That's true. That's very true.
As we're 14 minutes in.
Yeah. So the Wave won their first game. I'm very excited about that. Go Wave.
Yeah, so you got Wave fans have noticed this. The Wave seemed to have problems in the fourth quarter. And it still showed up in the game against Chihuahua. Now, granted, it was sixth attacker against Chihuahua, and they gave up 3. But it still got everyone nervous. And then Sunday in Dallas, it happened again. Only this time they weren't able to hold off, and they lost.
Yeah.
So now that we have 2 teams that fall apart in the fourth quarter playing tonight,
See, like I told you, it was the first 2 minutes of the third and fourth quarter. That was Utica's downfall. They could have won that game against Baltimore easily. They just have to stop being so conservative, I think. And I think Utica fans, you can vouch for it. Watching someone blow by a defender and then stop and not shoot the ball, and then they just kind of, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Do I pass? Well, they definitely pass. They just don't know where they're passing. But they gave up a couple 6-attacker goals. But as a positive, it was their best game to date from start to finish.
As long as you've seen them play better. And yeah, I mean, the Wave on Friday, noticeably better. And actually, and Saturday too, noticeably better as a team, or Sunday, I should say. You could tell the chemistry's starting to click. Huffman's back. Huffman's playing up top, which is like the coolest thing ever. When I saw that, I'm like, why is Huffman kicking the ball off? Huffman's playing target forward. And I know he used to, but when he came on the Wave, he was defender.
Yeah, I think it's definitely helping, and yeah.
So what do we have? Tropics beat the Heat by 19-4 across 2 games.
Adam, just so you know, I tried telling Matt his money was no good when he was buying that. Yeah, he did, but they still charged me for it. No, his. Oh, I forgot. Yours is in the bag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, your other one's in the bag.
Cool. I should have worn that.
You should have. Yeah.
Well,
you can wear it tomorrow or tonight to the game. Yeah.
Probably not, but we'll see. So other games, Ambush had 2 big wins.
Yeah, that game against Kansas City was crazy. The ending was crazy.
Game against Kansas City was crazy.
The Togma penalty, I think, was deserved, and Kansas City kind of fell off the rails a little bit, and it gave Tony Wells enough time to score. In a minute 30 left, Kansas City couldn't really do anything. So
we got, it's definitely opposite world because we got Wave going 1-1. Utica losing, and then Ambush and Dallas both sweeping the weekend. And I'm wearing a Utica jersey, you're wearing a Wave jersey, so
yeah, this is bizarre world.
Welcome to opposite world.
Yeah.
And then soccer's demolished the Fury. Fury wasn't even really in that game at all.
Yeah, and Florida pounded Harrisburg.
Well, that was going to happen in any world.
Yeah, unfortunate.
But then Comets beat the Stars on Sunday night, that was a good game.
Yeah, that was a very good game, and it's going to be exciting to see the second installment of that.
I'm just checking my phone during a live
tomorrow.
show. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's probably insider information that we don't have to.
Oh, game canceled. We got to go home. No, I'm
All
just
right,
kidding. Just kidding. Just.
Okay. All right.
I didn't do this. This is a kidding sign.
Oh, okay.
I-
Yeah, no, that's fine.
From now on, yeah.
Okay, from now on, going forward. Yep.
And
Now, back to them.
now back to them.
Back to that. So yeah, we did say it was going to be a shorter show because of everything that's going on before the game. So, do we want to do predictions or?
I think
we didn't really watch the symposium, so we can't really.
don't read that out loud.
Oh yeah.
So has anyone else gotten the feeling? And I don't want to say anything bad about the league in this regard, but has anyone else got the feeling they put so much into this coaching convention that nothing else has been done? I worded it a little bit differently in my comments, but
A little bit differently. I mean, the language is, it's worded a little differently.
It's in German, or is that French?
Deutsch. Yeah, it's Deutsch. You got the umlaut right there. So
That's true,
it's German.
So when I was younger, my parents would swear and they would always say, "Excuse my French."
Yeah.
And imagine my teacher surprised in first grade when she asked if anyone knew any foreign languages.
You want me to go? Is that what we're doing? He wants me to leave. That's fine.
I have a good ending for today.
And the thing is, I can't leave.
You can't,
I can't. So I have to.
So yeah, it seems like they've been putting a lot of talk into this coach convention. I know there's probably been stuff done behind the scenes, but we still haven't heard what's happening with the Blast KC games. Haven't heard what's going on with sports betting. That was a huge thing in October for a week, and then that was it.
Yep.
And haven't heard what's happening with. We got a new CBD sponsor, but what does that mean? Other than we just hear them talk about it 5 times a game.
Yeah, I don't know.
The flight ball is different, but I don't really know anything else. Okay, so note to self, if the audio is choppy, turn off the noise gate. So somebody remind me of that in the future.
Right, I will absolutely remember.
Oh, is there a 30 to 36 game schedule next year? But they're going to have a draft. They're going to have a college draft.
The draft. Yeah, the draft is something that I had thrown out there, kind of old school. So I think that's a good thing. I'm kind of so I threw out the All-Star game, college draft. What else? What else do you want me to? Get Florida a new turf.
Get Florida a new turf.
Get Florida a new broadcast.
Oh, JP wants a bigger schedule. That's good. I had a conversation with our good friend Eric Berger the other day, and he said I pick. You guys know I pick on the broadcast a lot, and in fact, we'll talk about the broadcast power rankings in a bit.
Yay.
But he says what the league really needs to do is get with the teams and get more people in the seats. Now, granted, I think this year is, I don't want to say a throwaway, but it's definitely not back to normal with all the COVID restrictions and everything. There's teams, California's hurting, and it's showing up in their attendance. I know pretty much everywhere else is hurting. Even Utica, you're down almost 1,000 a game, even though it seems, full.
It probably hasn't changed Florida. Can't really go down from 0.
Yeah, right. We're talking with ownership, big ownership groups about expansion. I would like to see big investment groups rather than expansion.
Yep.
We can get, I watched the first 15 minutes of the symposium, and then I wasn't in the mood to watch it because it was not as exciting as what my mind wanted at the time. So I need to go back and finish. But what JP said is when he was doing minor league hockey, he was taking the bus, following the teams around, not getting paid a whole lot, and then he moved to indoor soccer, and now he's taking flights, and he's going to the bigger cities. Pittsburgh was a bigger, and I'd like to see something like that again. Not necessarily the whole big city thing. I think sport is not quite ready for that yet. if you put a team in LA, it's not going to compete against the 45 different sports teams that are there.
Boise, Idaho is the first place I'm thinking of.
Boise, Idaho would be good. Sacramento was good. I think they did a good game.
I think you'll see the return of the Lancers eventually, and that's a solid team. I mean, 2,500 in Rock Dome. But yeah, I think growth is the key, and then think about expansion.
Yeah, I know they want to grow in Mexico because there's a giant fan base in Mexico. But until these visa issues are fixed,
yeah, you can't really do much with that.
We're done. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, Tozer needs to do more because he's a commissioner, and I don't think there's much any of us can do. I mean, They can still lobby and do what they're doing, but I don't think there's it's not like you can go to a team and say, work harder to get your visas approved, because it's like all in immigration's hands. And our friend, Mr. 30, number 30, the wall, one of the many walls in the league. Well, depending on what team you're in.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So Jack says all the good stuff is towards the end. Essentially, there's a lot of ideas and thoughts, but no true announcements besides the draft. And Cliff, hey, how's it going?
Oh, hey, Cliff.
We will see you at the game tonight.
Is he going to Ghouls? Are you going to Ghouls?
I don't know if you're going. He's in he's like further away than the airport was to.
Oh, okay. Well,
it shouldn't be too far. You can make it by 4, can't you?
Yeah, just leave now.
He's like a school teacher. What do they? Just give everyone a study hall for the last hour and take off early.
Yeah, so it's a big game, biggest game of the year.
I think it is a big game of the year. In fact, with that, why don't we get to our predictions?
Yeah, sure.
Let's not get to that game until
last. Do we want to predict it
Did you
last?
say Blarst?
I did.
Okay.
See, he'll be there.
Oh, well, the Grizzlies. All right, we're going to be there as early as 4.
As early as, so.
Potentially as early as 4. We'll be on the block as early as 4. I don't know how long it'll take all of us with the Tara's knee scooter and everything to get into Goolsby's.
On the Barks.
On the Barks.
Or in the Barks.
Is it in the bar? It was on the Barks.
It was on the Barks.
On the Barks. We are back to in the box, by the way.
We are. Yeah.
Oh, Cliff's going to be there at 3:59. He's an overachiever.
Wow.
That's what happens when you get an education.
That's good, Cliff. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Jay's probably been there since Tuesday.
They said they'd be here at 4.
It's 4 o'clock somewhere.
Friday, Jay. Oh. When did I show up? Tuesday.
He was there 4 o'clock Friday in Ken's hours. Just yesterday sometime.
Yep.
All right, so we have a lot of games. What's the best view for this?
Why don't you do, the top one isn't really that good.
Top one is good as long as it's only that many games. So we got to go all the way up to Wednesday because we won't have a show until Thursday.
That is true.
So we have...
so we starting backwards?
No. We'll start up top. But we got to... I want to talk about
I see what you're doing. Okay.
Doubleheader. So we got Florida at Dallas twice at the RP Funding Center.
Wow. That's going to be an interesting one.
Friday night and Sunday afternoon.
I mean...
A month ago, I would have said Florida sweeps this even with a worse score than against Harrisburg. But I don't know what to say now.
I mean, Dallas is surprising everyone except Gio, I think.
Well, Gio's surprising everyone except for Dallas. Wait.
Right, yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was close, yeah. I'm gonna say Florida sweep, but I'm gonna say it's gonna be a lot closer than any other sweep Florida's had.
I want to pick a split, but I can't. So
I want Dallas to win.
I would like Dallas to sweep. I think the first thing we should ask for is Dallas to split. How many of Dallas's wins have been on the road in the last 6?
Milwaukee.
No, that was home. It was in Dallas.
No, didn't they win in Dallas? Or didn't Dallas win in Milwaukee?
No, that was no.
Or did they win in St.
Oh, they won in... Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm like...
That was the other week.
Yeah, I want to say they won in St. Louis, too.
Yeah, they did. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's look at the schedule because we don't prepare for this. So they won.
Oh no! Wait, they
2. Oh, they won in.
Oh my God! You know,
no,
an easier way is you go to standings and see if their away record.
Well, okay. Now you're just picking on me. They don't have an away record.
Yeah, they do. They're 2-1.
2-1 away, 3-3 at home. But how many games do they have? 3. So it doesn't seem to matter where they are, where they're playing.
Yeah.
Does a crowd matter? Does having actual people in the stands help?
Well,
Because it doesn't seem to matter to Florida. They'll beat you with or without people.
yeah. Let's predict. Okay, so we're both picking Florida. Sweep, right?
I have to.
Well, then let's predict something technically wrong that will happen in the Florida game.
Oh, well, that's easy.
Well, I'm just saying one thing. I'm not saying the whole thing. I'm saying like.
Do you want one thing new or one thing that's already happened? Every game that will happen again.
Let's go new. One thing new.
Oh God. They've done almost everything you can do wrong.
Did they have the wrong teams up in the top corner for the scoreboard?
No,
I'm going to say that.
they have not done that. Have they come to halftime and have 15 minutes of a show where nobody can hear Brian Ackley?
Yes.
Oh, have we done that? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Have they
That was so bad. Oh,
started out with the volume really, really, really loud, and then it gets really quiet, and then it gets really loud, and it gets really quiet and really loud again? Yeah. Okay.
I mean, yeah, you can pick another one of them, I guess. I mean, they've pretty much done it all. The last week was just embarrassing. I mean, the Harrisburg Heat logo with Utica City underneath.
Yeah.
Brian Ackley going over highlights of the first half.
No audio.
No, it was the Italian restaurant music.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Blaring
That's
in
right.
the background, and it's like, okay.
But then there was no audio for a while.
Well,
Maybe that was
when in Florida, at least you have a picture.
Yeah, right. They'll be lucky if they have a picture. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what to think on that. I don't think they can do anything worse. Well, every time like when the world builds an idiot-proof thing, the world builds a better idiot.
Well,
So
they'll outdo themselves at least one of the games.
yeah. So Ontario at Baltimore. This is going to be interesting too.
This is going to be a great game.
There's going to be a lot of games. We're not getting anything done tomorrow, are we?
I don't think so.
We have like 17 games to watch.
Yep. I'm going to take Ontario. I think. The Taiyu brothers know short fields really well after playing in Solis de Sonora. And I don't think, and it pains me to say this, but I don't think Baltimore is 100% right now. They looked okay against Utica, but I definitely think Ontario has more momentum going into this game, and I am picking the Fury.
I'm going to agree. I think a couple teams in a row have figured out how to take Frank Taiyu out of the game.
Yep.
And I think they're going to figure out a way around that to get him back in the game. I think they just signed Travis Pittman. They signed Jose Gonzalez, Charlie's brother, which is interesting.
Yep.
Apparently the only reason he was let go was because of what happened with Charlie in Ontario.
Yep.
And they said it would be too awkward to have the brother but not, just one. But I guess he works in Ontario and is closer to that area, wants to be. Let's face it, San Diego's very deep. And if you're not a top guy in the good old boys club of San Diego, you're probably not going to get a lot of playing time. So he'll get more playing time in Ontario.
Yep.
I think I think Toth is the X factor in this game, and I pick Ontario.
That's if Toth's in goal.
If he's not, Clayson DeLima will start and it'll be fine.
Okay.
And then Toth is still the X factor.
Okay.
Well, last time Clayson was pulled and then Toth went in.
So if DeLima's in the game, Toth is still the X factor.
Yes, that's
okay.
how that works.
All right. No, that's fine.
And then the last game, we maybe have skipped one, but the last game on Friday, actually, this is the doubleheader, is San Diego at Chihuahua. Now, Chihuahua signed Monterrey's, I can't remember what was when the mic was on or what was off or what. They signed Monterrey's head coach, Borrega, on, 2 weeks ago now?
I think so, yeah.
And then just recently signed 3 players, Brian Aguilar, Valdivinos, which is funny because I thought Munoz has been doing a great job in goal, but maybe having a more seasoned goalkeeper because I mean Valdivinos is amazing in Monterrey.
Yeah.
And then Eduardo Gary, I don't know how much he played. I remember hearing the name a lot. I just don't know a lot about him. But I think Brian Aguilar, they're kind of heading up that offense.
Yep.
But it's San Diego.
I'm gonna go split. I'm gonna take San Diego first game, Chihuahua the second.
And is it? Oh, and it's just a Friday and a Saturday. So, but they are 24 hours apart. 25, 23. Sorry.
I think I would imagine Brian Aguilar, Bernie Valdivinos. I think all those guys are still playing.
Oh,
so
yeah.
and plus they're playing with people they've played with before. So I would say a little bit of rust maybe tonight and tomorrow. And plus they're playing at home. And San
Yeah.
Diego hasn't played there, so it's the mystique of the arena. Although we don't know if the thing posted on In the Box is actually the arena that they're going to be in.
Yeah.
So,
Corner Sport Arena. If the post that Juan posted, which looks more like a Lego, they have Corner Sport. Oh, there's some food. I have a picture of the bar.
Well, that's nice. Is it outdoor?
There's an outdoor field. Ooh, nachos. I can't share my screen here.
Were those people doing karate? That one.
There's people doing karate on the.
Okay, that's great.
So if you guys go to
Is that a mini golf course?
the schedule and it says where the arena is and click on Corner Sport Arena, you can look at the Google Sport or the Google
Images.
Maps
Yeah.
images for it. There is a mini golf course.
People are doing karate,
There is a
basketball hoop.
there's a kids room with toys.
Maybe that's where they're playing.
There's basketball. There is, I don't know what. There's the Baltimore field.
Oh yeah.
There's a picture of the alley out back. That's important. This looks like it's not necessarily what. Well, no, because there's soccer fields.
Well, we'll find. Oh, there's more people doing karate.
I think the bottom line here is the nachos look really good, and we have no idea what their field looks like.
Yep. So we're gonna be as surprised as all of you.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. I think I'm going to take a split as well, although I really want to pick San Diego twice. For my bet with Jay, I want to pick Chihuahua twice. I think Chihuahua has the pieces now to be able to do this. But we'll see what happens.
Yep.
I don't know what other pieces they have on their team, what players, I should say, that haven't been able to travel to the U.S. that are now going to be able to play. And we may see a completely different team that may just blow us out of the water.
Yep.
Hopefully San Diego, and then they'll forget how to do that for next weekend.
Yeah.
Baltimore at Harrisburg. Baltimore?
Now we've moved on to Saturday. There's no other games on Friday. We've moved on to Saturday.
Yeah, there's nothing else going on Friday. We'll talk about that later.
I'm going to go upset. I'm going to take Harrisburg. Baltimore played the night before, has to travel at Harrisburg the next day. These teams had a really close game the first time in Baltimore. Harrisburg will be well rested. So give me Harrisburg.
I got to take the Blarst.
Okay.
I can't not pick the Blarst after what the Blarst does to other teams that aren't the Blarst.
Well,
I just said that because I want to say Blarst a lot.
yeah. Blarst. Go Blarst. I Team Willie B, so.
I think Willie B will help keep Harrisburg in the game if they win. He will be the reason.
Yep.
But I can't. It's one of those that I can't pick against them yet.
Yep, and I think over the last couple of years, Baltimore hasn't had much luck in Harrisburg.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's skip the next game too.
Yes. Yes.
The next game is then Ontario at Utica. So Utica travels Friday night back to Utica
And plays Ontario.
and plays Ontario, who's just going to come off a game Friday night against
The Blarst.
the Blarst. So Ontario will have short travel. Utica will have long travel.
Utica has home field advantage. I can't pick against Utica. I can't. Well, unless it's tonight's game. I will take Utica.
I got to go with Ontario.
I'll take Utica in overtime.
Oh, okay. I got to go with Ontario, but I think it'll be close too.
It'll be close. I think, and as I said earlier, I think it's a constant progression for Utica, and the key matchup I think is going to be Jake Schindler versus Frank Tayu. Like I can't wait to see that.
Jack says Ontario by 6-5 or 5-6. Yeah, I was thinking a 1 or 2 goal game.
Yeah,
tops.
it's going to be close. It's going to be close.
But Ontario has the ability, and Ontario hasn't done it this year yet. They have the ability to blow a game wide open, and they haven't done it.
That's not going to happen against us.
And what I've seen against Utica is if they start to fall off the rails, they go all the way. So if their big gut check is if it starts to fall off the rails.
Well, they didn't against Baltimore. I mean, they did give up 2 6-attacker goals.
Well, yeah.
But they hung in there.
A lot of those score lines end up being worse than they look.
I think they need to stay more aggressive offensively and not just blow by a defender and then just like stop, pass the ball back.
Yeah.
Just shoot.
Emma says, "Nice get up, guys." This wasn't planned at all. This was just coincidence.
This is
strangest thing.
This is not what we're wearing later. So
Definitely not.
yeah.
I have a new number 99 jersey I'm wearing. All right, and then the last game before the 2 big ones, Wednesday, January 26th at 9 o'clock Eastern, which means I need to get back from beating everyone in pool in enough time to do that. That is San Diego at Ontario.
Crazy that there's a game on Wednesday.
Well, a lot of Ontario's games are now going to be in the middle of the week.
Yep. Next, 2 Tuesdays from now.
Yeah, so they do a Tuesday, February 1st.
Yep.
They then have a Monday, February 7th. Then they have a Tuesday. Then they
which is good. I like watching soccer on non-weekend.
I wish they would schedule it better around my schedule, though.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they
So
could.
maybe that's the news they want to do. They're doing the schedule around us.
Yeah, I would appreciate that.
I'd be cool with that.
I wonder if I can get the pool hall to put up soccer on there. No, there's no chance of that. It's basketball or football or baseball.
Sad.
I got to pick San Diego here. Even though it's really their 3rd game in 5 days.
Nah, I'm gonna take Ontario.
6 days. At home.
I mean, they're both coming off of two games on the road. So I'm gonna give the advantage to the home team.
San Diego plays, or Ontario plays later than San Diego by 15 hours or 17 hours.
Yeah, and if Clayson DeLima's in net, I think Chris Toth will be the X factor. I didn't steal that from you.
No. What if Boris Pardo's the X factor?
Then whoever their backup is.
Who is their backup? It was Pollo Cortez.
It was Pollo Cortez. But
we should talk about that quick. So St. Louis went down to Dallas last month or last year or whenever that happened and signed Pollo Cortez. He only played like
a game.
Not even the full game. He played the half because they didn't start him.
Yeah.
And then they released him the Monday. So we kind of guessed it was because Pollo's in Dallas.
Yeah.
And then San Diego signed him. It's like, oh.
Yeah, because a replacement for Pardo.
Right, because Pardo was out with a red card. No, it was
COVID.
COVID, okay.
It was COVID.
Everybody else is out with a red card.
Yep.
He was the only one out with COVID. Except for the entire Blars team, which gets a red card for being out for COVID. Wait,
right.
no, that's not how that works. Okay.
To be determined.
Yes, yeah, to be red carded.
Yep.
Or Blarsted. But they signed him, I think, somebody said they signed him on a 10-day contract, but there was never a release for him on the site.
Yeah.
So instead of doing a release and then a signing, so St. Louis signed him, and now he's their number 1 keeper, and he did just stand-up job and got Player of the Week.
Yeah. Actually, they swept it. I think Mo India got offensive.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. So.
We should pick Players of the Week, but then we'd have to pay more attention. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
All right, so the game everyone wants to talk about.
That is tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that's tomorrow.
The game that no one's talking about is tonight.
The big game of the weekend is Tacoma at Kansas City at the T-Mobile Center in downtown KC. This is the coaches convention. Their last time they played in the T-Mobile Center, they saw 9,000 people. I would almost guarantee, in fact, if we're placing bets on the betting system that doesn't exist,
right?
I would guarantee we're not getting 9,000 for that. but 4, maybe 5. Hopefully, I think.
I think a successful game would be more than 4,000. That's 2,000 more people. I don't even know what KC's attendance thing is, but I would imagine 2,000 more people than they see at Cable Dahmer. Okay.
Total attendance now is KC. Well,
Oh
KC's
my
had.
God! Look who's number one.
I know.
Blarst.
Blarst. They're averaging 27,
All right, so I would say 4,500 would be.
so double that.
Yeah, I would say about 4,500 would be good.
I would hope they would be able to get a lot of people in from the coaching convention. How do I word this without sounding like an idiot and without insulting anyone? The talk of that because indoor has not been represented at the coaching convention somehow equalizes the people don't know about indoor. Like everyone knows what indoor soccer is. Everyone's seen it. Everyone in a cold weather states, their kids play it during the winter. I mean, futsal has taken over in the last 10 years too, but it's still, everyone knows what indoor soccer is.
Right.
Anyone who's a coach in soccer should know that there's indoor. They may be the casual sports fan that has never heard of it and has no idea what it is.
Yeah.
And just hears the word soccer and goes, oh, soccer's boring because I saw it on TV once. And
0-0 tie.
it's 0-0 tie and they have to run 15 miles a game or whatever. But I think anyone involved in soccer should know that indoor is a thing. But that said, I would hope that they would be able to get a decent attendance out of that convention alone.
Absolutely.
I know the Ticketmaster sales weren't great the other day from my inside Ticketmaster source. Sid. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Hopefully it's a good turnout, and the people that haven't watched the game are impressed, and they'll want to drive. I don't know how far it is from T-Mobile to Cable Dahmer, but to go watch a Kansas City game in the future.
Shouldn't be far.
Shouldn't.
Independence versus KC.
Yeah.
I think it's all a suburb of the same thing.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
There's barbecue all in between too, so if you get tired of their travels, you just stop.
It's probably 10 hours from Independence to.
Right. Of course, that includes 9 stops at different barbecue joints in a 30-mile.
No,
you
go 30 miles away from Joe's, then you have to go back.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So there's that. Oh, and there's one more game, isn't there?
We didn't even pick.
Oh, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
Oh, I gotta pick KC.
I'm gonna take Tacoma.
Wow. Tacoma coming into enemy territory for the coaching convention where all of KC is going to be going, what's this game?
Yep.
Where's the hockey sticks?
They're gonna see Danny Weltman do Danny Weltman things. What?
What if,
What if?
follow me here,
Okay. What if?
to make the game more exciting,
Okay.
it's still soccer with all the same rules,
Mm-hmm.
but the guys get to carry hockey sticks.
I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I don't think that should be a problem.
And then, what if there was an arc?
Right. You shoot behind the arc,
You get 3 points.
you get 3 points. What if you hit the ball in with the stick, you get 2 points?
I'd be fine with that.
One of the funnier things I was at a minor league hockey game. Our team is Milwaukee Admirals, probably 20 years ago, and they played the Milwaukee Fire Department against the Milwaukee Police Department in broomball, which is it was like a they were all wearing their big boots
It's hockey with brooms.
with their cheap dollar brooms and like a kickball, and I can't imagine how sore those guys were the next day.
God, that's just. Although that does take me back to my childhood, going on a skating rink with like my boots on.
Yeah,
Because I can't ice skate worth a darn.
I used to be okay.
Nah, I'm uncoordinated.
I couldn't really stop though. That's probably a key in hockey, isn't it?
Yeah, I couldn't start, so I just.
You know what? I bet the reason hockey started is because they couldn't figure out how to stop, so they just had to slam into someone to stop their
Right,
movement
or in the boards. Slam yourself into the boards.
off the wall.
Yeah,
And if you do that too many times off the wall, you're in the box.
yeah, that's right.
That's how we started. So yeah, we're picking opposites for like every game here.
Well, we started off on the same. I mean, we did
Yeah.
a split. Now all of a sudden we're opposites. I'm sure this next game.
Speaking of the best game of the week, Friday, January 21st, in the year 2022, 6:35 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7:35 p.m. Eastern, 5:35 Mountain, 4:35 Pacific. That's really early for Pacific
What time then would it be in like Arizona? Remember we had this conversation earlier. We were
Yeah.
talking about whatever time they want.
It depends on what day it is, because sometimes in Arizona you wake up and you're like, I don't want to do daylight saving time. I need an extra hour of sleep.
Right.
So they just changed time zones, I think. That's how it
Okay,
works.
so it's whatever time you want it to be in Arizona.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I remember there was somebody, she always used to post in Off the Wall asking what time the games were because she couldn't figure out time zones. Like, well,
Those were the days.
Those were the days. I don't. Yeah, I kind of missed. No, I don't.
I don't.
I missed the one time where Baltimore scored the game on a legal handball, but it wasn't called, and then all the Sonora fans said, "Oh, hey, if you vote on this poll, then they're going to reverse the outcome of the game," and then all of a sudden their viewership went up by 4,000 people.
Yes.
That have never posted or shown up again. Those are the good days.
That's an actual poll. It's going to actually happen.
Yeah. So tonight, it's pretty obvious by what I'm wearing who I'm gonna pick. I'm picking the Wave.
And the same, I am also going to pick the... No, I'm not. No. I would be like, no, I'm going to pick this team, but it's Mesquite.
Oh, it's
Mesquite under here, so I can't... I'm going to take a team that's not even in existence.
Yeah. I heard they may not come back ever. So that was a successful experiment.
Yeah, I mean, I hate saying Jay's right, but I think Jay's right with this one.
Oh, boy.
I know. Don't tell him I said that tonight. Don't tell him I said that.
Do we need a moment of silence for when Jay was right?
And now back to them.
Oh, wait.
Now, back to them.
It played, just my speaker shut off because it hasn't played any sound out of here.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it's an auto, it's like a sleep mode.
Okay.
But it played. I mean,
Okay.
I think it...
Giggity.
Yeah, see, it played. All right, so what else do we have to talk about?
You got to talk about your broadcasting.
Do we talk about
Rankings.
Everton?
Who?
Oh, yeah. Oh, we did.
Yeah, we did. You didn't talk about your rankings.
Does Everton make a difference tonight?
Yes. I say...
For your team or for mine?
Well, I mean, I think in a positive way for my team. I'm gonna say 1 goal.
All right. Does he do a backflip?
No.
You think he's smarting up?
Are we really letting Matt in tonight? Yes.
The ticket's on my phone. He's here. I don't want to leave him in my house alone. I mean, that's
true.
just weird. So yeah, might as well.
Yeah, he didn't want to leave me at the airport, so it's it's a progression. So, I mean, tonight could be the end. I could be looking for a ride to the airport Sunday. I don't know.
Or home from the arena tonight.
Yeah, or from the arena tonight. So
pay attention when they do the Ambassador Hotel commercial at the arena. Oh wait, I need that number.
Is there a coupon code I could use for 50% off?
Left behind.
Milwaukee.
Is that
Enter code word Utica for 50% off.
Right. So yeah, we're letting Matt in. We're going to be at Goolsby's at 4 p.m. We are going to be at behind section 208 at halftime. That was Matt, in case you couldn't tell. We'll be behind section 208 at halftime. Our section, if you can't make it to either, is 226 on the handicap platform there, overlooking everything. It is like right straight through the to the. Which way is that direction? It's in between.
Oh boy, if we should ask Lucy. Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy, which way? It's next to the Bubble Waffle ice cream place.
What?
Yeah. So they take it's a giant bubble waffle cone with ice cream and whatever toppings you want. We should leave now though if you want to get one, because the line at halftime is usually all the way to the third quarter or through the third quarter.
Well, what time do they close? Because
before the fourth quarter ends.
Okay, then that's fine.
Yeah,
we'll be fine.
But yeah, that's the concessions right outside. Can leave in Kenosha in 25 minutes.
Okay. Just
line the shots up at Goolsby's and you won't make it in. Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh no, I'll still make it in. What, are you trying to get me drunk and not have me come in?
Right. Yeah. If you get kicked out, don't take us with you because we want to watch the rest of the game.
Okay. All right. So I won't run on the field.
But then again, if they haven't kicked Jay out by now,
yeah, I know
I think
exactly.
You're probably safe.
Yeah, I should be okay.
Yeah. Real quick broadcast power rankings. What I've decided to do is only rank the teams that have played that week
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
because it doesn't make any sense for me to rank like UCFC versus Casey's last game, which could have been, or in the case of like Chihuahua, could have been never.
Yep.
So I'm only going to do the teams that play. So you will maybe not see your team every week, unless you're Florida.
Well, you'll see Florida. It's just.
Yeah.
I think you should just put Florida at the bottom, regardless.
I think I was going to do a joke and say, there's still 12 teams in the league, but I'm only having 7, but Florida's still 12.
Florida's still 12. Yeah. Absolutely.
UCFC. So one of the things I really like now, the teams are upping their games, and there are a number of teams now that are doing really well, but now we have to look at consistency.
Yep.
So game after game after game after game, UCFC has had it and has been it. And, Josh forgot to book off work, so he won't be able to meet at. Oh, Matt.
Meet at what?
So Josh doesn't. So I gave Mandy the wave schedule early on. I said, let me know what games you want to go to, and I'll buy tickets for you and your boyfriend, assuming you want a completely different schedule or section from your parents, because who wants to sit by their parents? And every game, it's, oh, no, I got to work. Well, when did they do your work schedule? Oh, 2 weeks ago. But I gave you the schedule in November. So.
Yeah.
We're yeah. And Marcio asked about her. We told her Mandy's moving into her own apartment next week. Marcio was like, what? Because I think he still sees her as like the 12-year-old soccer playing girl.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's that. Yeah. So, so UCFC, Biggs is one of the best announcers in the league. Perfect audio, perfect video. They're the only team to really use the or the picture-in-picture for replays.
Yeah, I like the picture-in-picture. And I'm kind of reading. I can kind of see. Yeah, Cal Mitchell is the color commentator.
Marchak.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like Mitchell from.
So Josh has a season ticket, but still has to work.
Ugh.
Well, I mean, there's ways that maybe his mom can call in for him.
Yeah, maybe
Josh
he has a slight case of stomach issues.
Yeah, I have a case I don't want to be there.
Yeah. My mom packed me this sandwich, and it's Vegemite.
Vegemite, right? Yeah.
It's a Vegemite sandwich, and I
no, Marmite.
Oh yeah, Marmite. Yeah, Vegemite's Australian.
I have urticaritis.
Yeah. I have that.
It makes one fair weather at times.
Yeah, that's right. Fair weather tendencies. But yeah, he's a great color commentator. Unfortunately, he is going back to college, so you won't be able to. I think Ray will be back on his own. But you haven't even mentioned the best part of that entire broadcast.
I seem to have forgotten that. So if you haven't seen the UCFC game from last weekend, go watch it. Start at the beginning and watch the first player introductions, because a famous person from the show, Hannah, did the 5. So the PA announcer did all of the roster, and then she did the 6 starters.
6 stars, yep.
And nailed it perfectly. Got to turn your volume up a little bit, but she killed it. Like, don't bring Matt Marmite, please don't.
No. I would like to make it home and
yeah. He has to sleep in my house tonight, so I don't want him. Yeah, no, yeah.
I don't know how that would go with a nice lager.
Yeah, no. Well, it started out as lager.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah, at some point it did. Then it turned into that. No,
but no,
I'm all set. Thank you.
Yeah, Hannah did an awesome job. She
she rocked it. It was a great experience, and they're going to plan on doing it again later on in the year. I don't think Hannah will do it again, but she loved it, and
she's gone like completely shy on the show before, and I was thinking she might do that when she gets on the field, and then when you hear yourself in a microphone like that, because it's just slight echo and everything, I thought she was gonna, but she's
it was weird. So we're back behind the curtains and stuff where they come in, and Hannah's like, "Oh my God, I'm nervous. I'm like, you'll be fine. And the guy's like, "Do you want to go over the names?" And she's like, "No, I'm good." And she had a little trouble with Nate's, but once she did that, just.
I had a former boss with the last name of Boudreaux, So I have a problem with Nate's last name. 'Cause it's like almost all the letters are there except this one R is thrown in.
But she was nailing it in the car. She had all the names knocked out, and
Nice.
towards the end, she just
Yeah, it was awesome.
it was great.
So because of Hannah, not because of Biggs. Well, partly because of Biggs.
I'd say 75-25, but
Cliff wants a couple Marmite crackers. All right. We got to wrap this up. So Ontario, they have been paying attention to what I've been saying and making changes.
well, that's good.
And I got that confirmed by one of the two of them. Every once in a while, Philly overpowers his mic, but I think that's more of a Philly thing than the mic thing.
Yeah, I think it's Philly being Philly.
But they got it to like within,
Yeah,
decibels. They don't go all the crazy camera angles anywhere near as much. They like start on one, and as soon as the ball goes out, or they do a replay, they go back to the main camera. Really liking it. The key for me now is going to be the consistency moving forward to have it be that consistent.
yeah.
So for this week, I put Ontario second. Even though I think overall St. Louis has been more consistent, but I think the overall it's a little sharper picture and a little bit better in Ontario. But I think the top three could be equal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe even the top five.
Yeah, I think each one of those teams just has to tweak like a couple of things, and it's
Yep.
it's nothing huge.
St. Louis is becoming one of the more consistent broadcasts in the league. We're all big fans of Joey Zanaboni.
Oh, what was the one he did last week? It was dropped the hammer like an unmotivated
Home Depot
Home
employee.
Depot employee. Like,
Yep.
like where do you get this from? Like,
Yeah. It's we need to pay him some Venmo money in order for him to do that on our show.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But they're the only team that's using the scoreboard with the additional stats on there, which is interesting because they'll be like, out of injury now, starting goalkeeper and stuff like that, and then the gradients work really well with their pinks and the teals that they use. So, and the other teams really aren't using. They're using a different size, and I think St. Louis has gotten it the perfect size.
Yep.
Like San Diego's is too small, Florida's is like too big, and they're the Goldilocks of they're rocking the scoreboard like Goldilocks and the bowl of porridge
Bowl of porridge.
or something.
Yeah. No, I completely agree.
I put Milwaukee fourth. There are a couple issues between going on back and forth between like Van's audio and Tom's audio. Like
Yep,
when they go to
that's-
like the halftime, you can still kind of hear it because it's bleeding through. But they got to be faster on the faders. Video has always been top notch. Maybe a little bit too many replays and cutting back and forth.
Yep.
And then Tom Wynn's audio is just on the verge of being just clipping a little bit.
Now, why can't you just go up there and just like turn it down?
I don't know.
All right, maybe we can do that. Maybe we'll have an intervention.
I'm gonna do another video
Well-
of
All right. Well, I'm just saying you can go up there and we can have an intervention. Be like, Tom, listen,
there we could.
we can just turn it down a little bit.
So Dallas number 5, but again, I think the top 5 of these, I would say Ontario, UCFC, St. Louis could all be number 1 spot. Dallas and Milwaukee could be tied for that number 2 spot, or however many that comes down. Dallas, they started out with a couple little issues, but they got the video much better in focus. There's still some weird camera angles, and you saw it in like one of Ian Bennett's goal of the week in MASL prime time, where you don't see where the ball went in because you can't see the goal line.
Yeah. The angles, some of these angles that the teams have are just really weird. Like Ontario, Tacoma, Milwaukee. I mean, who wants it right up against the curve of the boards? Like you can't see anything.
I can't imagine that works better in hockey either.
Dallas has it too.
Yeah. Some volume issues, like the arena volume seems to bleed through really loud, but then at some point in the game they kind of fix it.
Yep.
But they fixed a lot of the other issues. My biggest complaint is goal, 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 which is like nobody says that. Like it's not a goal, it's a goal or goal.
Yeah, I get the excitement, and I get it. And, it could be a lot worse.
It could be a lot worse.
See number 7.
Well, around number 6.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying
Right.
if we go to 7, it's...
Yeah, but I think I said this a number of weeks ago that Dallas noticeably improved, and I think if they keep on it, they'll get better every week.
Absolutely.
So I think,
especially if they keep their graphics spell
Yeah.
check before they...
well, yeah. What I'm hoping is that it'll be really hard to pick rankings in the top 5.
Yep.
Maybe more.
Go Ambuns.
Go Buns. Yeah. So Tacoma. Tacoma had an issue. Their scoreboard just didn't show up in the broadcast.
Yep.
And it's understandable, but in a power ring like this, you have to take off points for that. It's like your gymnast, does a little bobble and they do a great flip or thingy.
Yeah, you still have to deduct.
Still have to deduct a point. But because of this, the announcers should have done a better job updating the score and the time left.
Yep.
And even later in the game, when it's how much time is left? They're going 6 attacker. What's the time? What's the score? What's going on? Hey, I just tuned in. What the hell's going on? And that...
See number 7.
Yeah, see number 7.
Number 7 does the same thing.
The video quality with all lagging and jittering and all that other stuff has been fixed, but there's still way too much of that zoom, super focused in. If I was right here... Jeez, I almost fell. That would have been a corn dog moment of the week.
Great.
There's just way too much of that because you can't see the ball then, and they don't follow the ball well. So they're 6th. Their issues are very fixable, I think. But
a lot of these teams' issues are fixable. Maybe even do a test run, go live or something and do a test run. I know.
What?
I know it's crazy. But just a thought.
But there's no way to go live on YouTube when you have it unlisted. Oh wait, there's an unlisted option.
Oh well.
And there's a private video option.
Yeah. So why don't teams do that to make sure everything is set? Instead of saying, "Oh, well, there's issues at the Access Show Center and it's beyond our control," just go on beforehand and try and fix it.
We got to wrap this up.
Yes, we do. Florida, you stink.
Florida's
Move on.
terrible. They started out the wrong team name on the opening logo. They had the Heat and then Utica City under it. Let me just read what I wrote word for word. Florida's going to remain at the bottom of the list all season because it seems obvious that they haven't changed things by now. They aren't going to. The problem with this is that it devalues the rest of the league. So if someone is about to turn on a game for the first time and the first impression is key and they turn on a Florida broadcast where the guy's just doing this, they're going to turn it off, which I thank you for everyone who followed with us while we did that at the beginning of our show. Right.
They heard Florida and then they turned it off, which is fine.
Yeah. So, but the ownership doesn't seem to care, and they seem to be convinced that having the best team on the field to make up for the lack of their fans and bottom tier broadcast. I hate to say it. I'm a fan of a lot of the players on the team until we play them, I'm sure, and then it'll change. But I have a feeling that things won't get better. I mean, I don't know what the excuses are and what the reasons are, but they're not invested in.
I can tell you the reasons. They don't care.
Yeah,
I mean, it's plain and simple. It's if a Florida fan or someone from Florida is in the office, it watches it. They can see they have issues.
Yeah.
Bring them up. It's not that tough to fix these. Well, with Florida, it is tough.
Apparently
but
it's tough.
You're embarrassing yourselves. You're embarrassing the league. You're making it seem like your team doesn't care.
Yeah. So, and as usual, his voice started out way too loud. It was on the verge of clipping, and then about 5 minutes of the game, it dropped out to the point where you could almost not hear it. So then you have to turn your TV way up, but then when they go to commercial, the commercial's so damn loud, you got to just...
And then he was doing first half highlights, and he was talking, and then some Italian restaurant ad came on over it, and he's talking over it. It's a contest to see who can be louder. And
when they played that they have the Sunday night football song, which is like a guitar and a drum loop that goes for 30 seconds and it just loops.
Yeah.
That was going over his talking for 10 minutes.
It's just it reminds me of a really bad public access show.
On the plus side, Wayne's World. On the plus side, they got rid of the blue camera from the end goal.
If they did.
So that moved them up from 13th to 12th this week.
Yeah, congrats,
in
Florida.
a 12-team league. So that's it. That's what we have. That's what we have for the broadcast rankings. It is 3 p.m. We need to go because we need to get figured out what cars we're taking and how we're getting stuff into cars with all the people and the parking passes and the extra people, and maybe a wardrobe change before we go.
I will be, there will be a wardrobe change. It'll be noticeable. If you guys do notice, let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know. So
I think we're going to end the fastest show we've ever had, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, we probably should have started at noon.
In fact, to save some time, I'll forego my joke.
Okay, good.
Or do you want me to do it?
I don't care.
It's a long. I'll do this next Thursday.
It's a long joke.
I'll pick I have a.
Oh my God.
So do you know where I keep my jokes? My dad jokes?
You keep them right there.
I keep them in a database.
Yeah,